What up, y'all? Appreciate you showing up, hanging out, listening to my dumb ass. Like and subscribe. We're on the move again. We on the move. We always got to keep it moving. Anyway, so it seems there's a little bit more information thanks to Jason Schreier. Bloomberg, I think he works there. So Bungie layoffs. Oh, we got to spend an extra $1 billion to keep these people employed to avoid layoffs. Oops. So it was reported that they laid off around 8% of their workforce, which was around 100 people, right? 2 months prior to that, they were not advised, but they were alerted that they will be missing their revenue projections by 45%. 45%. So this gives a little bit more context into kind of what's happening over there at Sony in regards to Bungie. Now, Bungie, Jim Ryan gave them the golden scepter to do whatever they want. They're the experts. We bought them for $3.7 billion for their expertise. Meanwhile, they are missing their own projections. This is just Bungie we're talking about. We're not talking about Sony or PlayStation as a whole, because Sony owns Bungie. Therefore, ergo PlayStation, blah, 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 right? So, the funny thing is that, I mean, did Jim Ryan even know this? Did he realize that they were gonna miss their revenue projections by 45%? And he gave them the power to axe The Last of Us multiplayer factions? Honestly, I'm gonna be real. Reason why Jim Ryan's not there anymore, it's a bunch of things, right? One, he gave Bungie all the power to cancel The Last of Us factions. The Last of Us factions would have made some money, depending. But the question is why did Bungie cancel it? I know they said, it wasn't good enough, or their monetization model wasn't gonna work long term, or whatever. But that doesn't really speak to the actual quality of the gameplay loop. And so if the game is good and people want to play the gameplay loop, then you could slip in you could put in some skins and all that stuff, clothes or whatever. And people might buy them if they're cool enough, if you get a little crazy with it. But the point is, Bungie got too much power too quickly by Jim Ryan, and the uppers at Sony saw the incompetence that Jim Ryan was kind of spreading all over the place. He's like, yeah, Bungie's cool, they're gonna save us, and yeah, games as a service, and yeah, all these things, mate. And then they're looking at it, they're like way back, they're looking at it like, what the hell is going on? Oh, we're on PlayStation. Dude, the Walkman dude's like, I don't know, he's soldering stuff. It's like, why are you still working on the Walkman? Listen, I still got a job. I don't know what you're talking about. Look, it's so crazy. Like the series of events, the series of unfortunate events that has happened over at Sony, particularly PlayStation, and you look at all the evidence. I know I've said this before, but you look at it, and now we get this new information that Bungie, the harbinger of hope for PlayStation, the one that's gonna make all their games and service games super dope fly, missed projections by 45%. Come on, son. How you gonna be the word? How you gonna be the gospel? You gonna be the Bible makers over at PlayStation, and you were failing. You're like, nope, we suck, but you should listen to us, cause we made Halo 29 years ago, and it's still going on. We made Destiny, and I mean, people kind of play it, right? I said this before. I said Bungie is not what you think they are. They are not the go-to authority on games of service. If you want to go to somebody that's games of service, you look at what Fortnite did, and you look at what a lot of these other Apex Legends. I mean, you gotta look at the numbers. We don't really know the numbers about, Apex Legends, but you gotta look at the player count. You gotta look at how many people buy the battle pass, and that's really what it is. It's the battle pass for Fortnite, right? You got how many millions of people playing, and then how many people buy the battle pass. Even though the game might not be super dope fly or whatever, it's still, there's something about the reoccurring players that will say, okay, I'm gonna buy the battle pass because I want the skin. I want the Rick and Morty skin. I want the this skin, that skin. I want the Kratos skin. I want the Master Chief skin. All that stuff. That's the hook for Fortnite, and it works because they make these deals with these pop culture icons and companies to put their characters and properties into Fortnite, and people like that and say, oh yeah, I want the Spider-Man skin, or I want the Harry Potter skin, so let's go. And they buy into the battle pass just for that skin, or the ability to get that skin, or the opportunity to get that skin. It's not that difficult to kind of suss out. So Fortnite works like that because it's a fantastical type of game. The Last of Us Factions does not work like that because it's not fantastical. Although it's fiction, it's rooted in this whole, mushroom zombie post-apocalyptic stuff, and it's not goofy and ha-ha fun. Foam Stars is more so that. So the foundational games as service game that they were trying to push as far as The Last of Us Factions it's not gonna work. Even Fortnite, when it started, when it was Save the World, it was still goofy and cartoony looking, and The Last of Us is not that. So whatever, look, I'll make this a short one. I'm just saying Bungie is not the way, and this is proof, and it's just more doom and gloom. Look, I don't make this stuff up. I'm not Jason. I didn't call Jason, yo, Jay, let's go with a negative story about PlayStation today. Okay, click. I didn't do that. He did it. I just saw it. I was like, another. Where is the positive news for PlayStation? Even the positive news, I know I said this before, even the positive news was falsified because they're like, we're the fastest selling, Spider-Man 2 fastest selling in the world for the first 24-hour best in the history of the... Whoops. That's wrong because they falsified the documents. Even the positive story is actually negative because it's false. Lies. Man, PlayStation is so down bad that they can't even manufacture good news. It's impossible because there's no good news coming out of there. But anyway, I appreciate you coming and listening. Like, subscribe. Hit me up in the comments what you think about this whole Bungie situation. Do you think they were the answer? Do you think PlayStation paid too much for them? Do you think that they can actually do something good? Do you think Marathon's gonna be any good? I like the arts. I like the trailer. It looked cool, but I don't know about the game. I don't know. Just how I would do in the comments. I appreciate y'all. Even the semi and the slightly pony people in the comments, I appreciate y'all too. I look at all your comments. I read all the comments. I might comment back to some of y'all trying to say this and that and the third. I did. Somebody said, "Oh, you too old to be in the console war and this and that and the third." And I'm like, wow, why you be so judgmental? Damn, it's not that serious. First, this is not that serious. I mean, I'm just blah 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 on the camera. It's not really, I'm not invested in this. It's not my job. And, just chill. It's all good. You don't have to get all irate. Jeez. Anyway, preach. And I'll talk to y'all on the next one. Till the wait.